Good afternoon, Gunny Bedford friends and family, and welcome to our moving up ceremony where we celebrate the closure of your chapter here with us at Gunny Bedford and the beginning of a new story. What can I say? It has been a remarkable year, 8th graders, but when I think about it, you have been quite a remarkable class. We came into GB together, you as 6th grade students and me as a first year principal. We have learned a lot together and we have grown together. You are my defining class as you move on. Your success in school and your success in life will be my success. So I wish you well, and we will miss you. And we will always remember you fondly at Gunny Bedford Middle School. So with that being said, we are going to get started with our award ceremony, and which will lead right into our moving up ceremony. I am going to introduce everyone's favorite teacher, 8th grade ELA teacher, Miss Hollis.
Congratulations. At this time, I'm going to award all of our ELA Language Arts Academic Awards for 8B. For academic achievements in language arts, Janai James. Academic achievements in language arts, Evan Robinson. For distinguished achievement in language arts, Nathaniel Nigel Woods. For distinguished achievement in language arts, Taylor Hicks. And at this time, I'm going to have Mr. Fox come to recite the mathematics awards.
The 8th grade math awards for this year will be for academic achievement in mathematics, Shane Zimmerman. For academic achievement in mathematics, Veda Jonica. And for distinguished achievement in mathematics, Rayshawn Kuhn. And distinguished achievement in mathematics, Nala Smith. For the social studies awards, Mr. Adams.
Hello, and welcome back. It's been an amazing COVID year, 2019-2020. I have some awards for you guys. For the academic achievement in social studies, Davin Dennis. Academic achievement in social studies, Jakayla Miller Brown, Miss Ellis's favorite. And for the distinguished achievement in social studies, Jasneet Sangira. Distinguished achievement in social studies, Austin Safadi. And now, Miss Bullen with your science awards.
Hi everyone, got 8B Science Awards here. The academic achievement in science goes to Jenna Ginther. Academic achievement in science also goes to Jamal Johnson. And distinguished achievement in science goes to Makai Lewis. Congratulations, guys, and I'm going to pass it off to the marvelous Mrs. Ellis.
Hello, boys and girls. We are now introducing our Perfect Attendance Awards. So these two students were able to attend school every single day in their 8th grade year. We have Sean Omwaga and Tyler Wirtz. And now we have our 8th grade counselor, Mrs. Pine, introducing the following awards.
All right, so I get the privilege of announcing the next couple of awards. We're going to start with our Panther Pride. These are for students who have truly displayed what it means to be a Gunning Bedford Panther. So they had perseverance, respect, integrity, discipline, and excellence. So our first one is Aaron McDonough. And our next recipient is Hassan Turner. Our next award is the overall outstanding academic student for the 8th grade 8B team. So this is a pretty big deal to get this award. Olivia Machinure is our recipient for this award. Congrats. We're now going to have Mrs. Ellis come back and do the next following awards.
The following awards are presented to 2 students who were able to be successfully mainstreamed out of the ILC program and into our core academic classes. And those students are Marcos Cherry and Kamari Corsi. Congratulations. I'm sure you missed those bells. So, which is a perfect segue into our next awards, our Remote Learning Awards. Now, this was a very crazy year. We have never had to do remote learning before, and these students showed that they were able to take on the challenge every single day. For our best Zoomer, we have Andrew DiSabatino, Denise Torres Vega, and outstanding in Schoology is Joshua Dybel and Taylor Hicks, as well as Elizabeth Toner. Our following awards are presented to our students based on their exploratory success. Our exploratory teachers are shown here. And for excellence in piano, we have Davin Dennis. And excellence in health education, we have Jamal Johnson. For excellence in visual arts, Shane Zimmerman. And now we will move on to our moving up ceremony.
Hello, Panther Nation and Colonial Nation. I hope today you're feeling good, and I pray that everybody is doing well. So I was asked to give you a word or a couple of nuggets before we started the ceremony. So what I decided to do is look up the characteristics of a panther. So if you look up the characteristics of a panthers are confident, panthers are fearless, and panthers love to explore. So what I want you to do next year, whatever school you find yourself in, I want you to be confident, fearless, and I want you to explore in order to be successful. So lastly, I have, which I hope is your final homework assignment in your GB career, is you got to come back and see us. That could be next year, that could be 5 years from now, or 10 years from now. Bring us that good report card, or just bring us some words of your success. And teachers, we appreciate that, and it helps us feel like what we do, the work we do, has a lot of value. So show that Panther characteristics and come back and see us. All right, we're going to get the program started. Ms. Pine.
All right, guys, I have the privilege of announcing all of the names of our 8B team that are moving up. I really hope you can feel my excitement. If we were in person, I know that you would feel it, so hopefully you can see it through the screen that I'm so excited and so proud of all of you. So obviously, we have our lovely team, Mr. Bartnick, Mr. Roberts, myself, Mrs. Robinson, Mr. Van, and Miss Wilson, our 8th grade secretary. And of course, thanks to all of our teachers, Mrs. Hollis, Mr. Fox, Mrs. Ellis, Mr. Adams, and Mrs. Bullen, for investing in your entire year, even though half of it was remote learning. Our first student, Daniel Abagunde, Brianna Beatty, Aiden Benler, Gregory Brown, Isaiah Burgess, Nicholas Butcher, Rochelle Caprice, John Corello, Amaya Carter, Marcos Cherry, Kyla Cochran, Juliana Collins, Rayshawn Kuhn, Kamari Corsi, Jamarie Crenshaw, Nakiah Cromwell, Davin Dennis, Joshua Dybel, Andrew DeSabatino, Michael Downs Jr., Dallin Eastburn, Mariana Edwards, Mark Edwards, Kayana Evans, Akai Farley Dunham, Abron Feliciano Johns, Kaleem Francois, Anthony Frank, Samuel Gaither, Christopher Gales Jr., Robert Gardner Jr., Anaya Gatson, Adrian Gilly, Jenna Ginther, James Gordy Jr., Ethan Grisbowski, Aaliyah Henlin, Taylor Hicks, Zamara Hinson, Kamar Hughes, Janai James, Veda Janaka, Jamal Johnson, Nyla Johnson, Jamal Jones, Karan Jones, Aishanor Kangle, Tiara Kearney, Xavier Knipe, Chris Coomson, Kenyon Lee, Indigo Lighty, Jalen Lingham, Michaela Lister, Makai Lewis, Justin Mahatier, Giselle Mayer, Danye Mayfield, Aaron McDonough, Olivia Machineray, Jakayla Miller, Alexis Mingo, Kendall Mobley, Noah Knopper, Sean Amwaga, Kweku Apoku, Dezamaya Purnell, Haley Reese, Sean Robertson, Evan Robinson, David Roman Felipe, Nicholas Roseboom, Benjamin Rosen, Austin Safadi, Jalen Sanchez Acosta, Jasneet Sanghira, Connor Shoemate, Samantha Smalley, Nala Smith, Rodney Smith, Elijah Speaks, Kevin Still, Naomi Taylor, Jaciana Tompkins, Justin Thompson, Elizabeth Toner, Denise Torres Vega, Katrina Trencia, Henry Trin, Victoria Tulowitsky, Hassan Turner, Cole Urbanski, Brian Valdez Aguilar, Tyler Wirtz, Nathaniel Wood, Damla Yagamarkaya, Jackson Young, Shane Zimmerman. Congratulations to our 8th graders. We are so incredibly proud of you. I'm now going to have Mr. Bartnick come up and give us some final words.
Congratulations, 8th graders and 8B team. We are definitely proud of you and all the hard work, all the effort you put in this year and the last 3 years. Like I said earlier, we will miss you. This is such an exciting time for students where you can step back and see, no matter how hard or easy for some, that the journey was, the ultimate reward is the finish. I'm going to share with you a story that I've shared at the last 2 moving up ceremonies. I thought about writing a new one this year, but I think it's as appropriate as it's ever been, the story of John Aquari. He was a long-distance runner who was chosen to go to the 1968 Olympics. He was one of only 4 people chosen from Tanzania, sent in an attempt to win the country's first ever Olympic medal. The Olympics were held in Mexico City, and many of the runners were not prepared for how the high altitude would affect the race that year. John Aquari began his run and started experiencing severe cramps at the 19-kilometer mark. He had 23 more kilometers to go. But John Aquari continued on. Soon after the 19-kilometer mark, John Aquari was knocked around by other runners, causing him to take a brutal fall. He dislocated his knee and he injured his shoulder. John Aquari was advised to drop out of the race, but John Aquari continued on. High altitude, extreme conditions, and multiple injuries forced a surprising 18 out of the 75 participating athletes to drop out of the race. But John Aquari continued on. While the winner, who was used to running in high altitude, finished the race and claimed the gold medal, John Aquari, who had fallen far behind, continued on. Finally, after the sun had set, most of the crowd had dispersed, and over an hour had passed since the winner crossed the finish line. A lone figure emerged from the darkness and entered the bright lights of the Olympic Stadium. A slow murmur throughout the remaining spectators rolled into a thunderous round of applause as a bandaged and badly wounded Aquari continued on, limping across the finish line. One stunned commentator was noted stating, "A voice calls from within to go on, and so he goes on." When asked why he persisted when so many would have given up, John Aquari replied, "My country did not send me 5,000 miles to see me start the race. They sent me 5,000 miles to see me finish the race." Students, we sit here today, or we sit at home today, to celebrate your success and your accomplishments thus far. But remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Your path from here will not always be an easy one, and yes, at times, you may even get knocked down. If it feels like you are running uphill, never give up on your education. Remember, you are all individuals running at different paces, down different paths, and through different obstacles, ultimately to reach the same finish line. Please always remember that if you demonstrate the same courage, tenacity, and pride that John Aquari did that day, you are destined to find success. Listen to that voice you have inside you that tells you to go on. You will always have fans cheering you on at the finish line. You will always be a Gunny Bedford Panther. And remember, GB, you can't hide that Panther pride.